Hello. Hi. I just feel like I should let you guys know that this is my second attempt at this because nature calls and I hate it here. But dad didn't raise no bitch, so we gonna finish this shit. We're doing grenade launchers today. Grenade launchers are good at roll number 1, burst damage, roll number 3, utility, and roll number 4, add clear. You could argue that they're good for boss damage, but I think they're only good in like swapping situations, which is very specific, and we'll get to it uh, later. They're the ultimate weapons for utility. They have massive ammo reserves for the amount of damage they do per shot, and the amount of things they can do per shot. Um, the best add clear in the game, yeah, that only really applies to your wave frames, but it's not really close. Like if you could just use a wave frame as a primary, you just do it. They're very good in that regard. Um, they just kill swaths of enemies with like very little input. Just kind of shoot the thing in front of them, and then bam, it happens. Single shot mat and slow reload can be cumbersome. Yeah, that can be a little annoying, but I mean, again, for the utility or damage or add clear that you're getting here, it's worth it. Now, preferred roles, the first column, uh, quick launch would be my that would be my preference. Um, in general, it's not that important whether or not you use the appropriate first column barrel perk on almost any PvE weapon, but if you're being optimal, then quick launch is the move. Alright, column 2. This is where you start getting some of your utility and or damage. Disorient grenades. Disorient grenades will blind enemies. You can actually see it in the top right video whenever Envious Assassin is popping up. Uh, if you have disorient grenades, it blinds the enemies if the grenade blows up in a X radius of them. Um, very good for just making a room just shut up and leave you alone. Really, honestly. Uh, if you don't really know what else to bring to like difficult content, and you feel like you got everything kind of under control, except if there's a bunch of ads, you might have a problem. This is what you bring. You bring disorient grenades. Also, we'll note the blind for disorient grenades does not interact with any of the arc keyword stuff. It's a different type of blind. Spike grenades. This increases your impact damage. The way that this game does, grenade launchers, rocket launchers, explosion things is there is a impact damage. So like the entity touches uh, touches a foe or another entity, and then it explodes, and then there's damage from the explosion. Uh, I bring all this up because Spike Grenade specifically increases the impact uh, portion of the damage that you're doing, which is nice. It's not a huge damage increase, but it is a damage increase, and who doesn't want more free damage? Proximity grenades. Now this gets rid of the impact the impact portion of the explosion. But what it does is it makes the grenade launcher automatically explode if it comes close to a foe, right? If you just shoot it and it gets close to a foe, it will just automatically blow up. Now this is important because it increases ease of use, because the way grenade launchers work is if you just tap it, it will blow up after a set time frame unless you impact the opponent. Um, and proximity grenades just makes it where you don't have to literally touch the opponent. It's just you can be close and it'll just blow itself up. Now there is two other things to note here. There is a arming distance, so you have to be far enough away. I want to say it's about 15 meters, about fusion rifle range, before it will just blow up on an opponent. Otherwise, it just kind of bounce around. Um, and there's another mechanic where if instead of just pushing the trigger like you do with any other gun, if you hold it, it will explode upon release. The arming time still remains the same, but it will blow up mid-air if you release the trigger while it's mid-air, which is really nice. I'll attempt to show that actually. I can. Oh shit! Movie magic. Hmm. My editing skills are awesome. Okay, not really, but anyways. Shit, what was I supposed to be explaining? Oh yeah, the way grenade launchers work. So I would say from about here to here, because it won't work in here properly. This would be the arming range. So if I just tapped it, it would blow up right there, right? But let's just hold it and then release. Hold, release. See? Hold, release. But if I just tap it, yeah. See? Different. Now, back to what I was talking about. Yeah, because I was talking about proximity grenades. Third column. Envious Assassin. Yes, it's back. Yes, I love it. I think it's broken. I think they're gonna have to nerf it. They just buffed it. It doesn't even make any sense. Alright. I could just kill something with one gun and swap, and then my gun just has more ammo. It overflows up to 250%, so almost triple, quadruple, I think. The magazine size, you can get three in things that normally only have one. It's stupid. All you have to do is shoot and kill some stuff with your primary. You're gonna do that anyway, and then swap to whatever gun has Envious Assassin. The only guns Envious Assassin are bad on are primaries, in my opinion. And even then, if you did it right, I think you could still argue that it would be pretty good. Alright, auto loading holster. Auto loading holster is really good. You can see it at the top right because it does the whole I have the whole video thing playing. But auto loading holster is really good for damage rotations and in-game utility. Uh, hey, I should be able to show that too. Hang on. Alright, so let's compare how you might use this without thinking about it to using it with auto loading holster. So I shoot this, bam, right? And then I reload, right? Not bad, right? But let's say I want to use the auto loading holster feature, right? You shoot and then you swap. And then I'm just going to use my gun, so I'm still getting damage out, whatever, killing things. Oh, there's a bunch of there's a big group of enemies. I already have it back. And it takes about that amount of time. We're going to wait. There's a sound cue as well, which is really nice. For reference, the sound cue just kind of sounds like loading a gun or something, uh, oddly enough. Um, you also will want some utility perks. Unrelenting is good. You get some kills depending on the rank of the enemy. When you reach the appropriate amount of rank, I don't know, it's very hard to explain. If you kill enough of the enemies or enough of type of enemies to meet the goal number, then you will get health regeneration. It seems really complicated, but basically just kill a bunch of shit and you get health. Repulsor Brace, if you kill anything that is void debuff, you will get a void uh, overshield, which is really good. Demolitionist, every kill will give you grenade energy. Throwing a grenade will automatically reload this weapon. With it being a weapon that only has one ammo, you can see how that could be nice. Shoot, grenade, shoot, really cool. What else? Uh, in the fourth column, chain reaction. Chain reaction is really fucking good. Okay, it is the cream of the crop. It's not really close. There's only two grenade launchers that have chain reaction that are special weapons. It is the one you see at the top right of my screen there. It is a lightweight frame, like a breach, and then there is one from a raid. that is a wave frame that also has chain reaction, and it is everybody's favorite. Chain reaction is really good on these things. You get one kill, and then a bunch of other things can die too. It's really fucking good. Also put chill clip up here as a premier perk. Um, my reasoning for why is because you're already doing a bunch of damage anyway. You're doing a bunch of burst damage, so you don't necessarily need a damage increase. So the utility of slowing the target is really good. Um, that's pretty much it. It only comes on one grenade though, grenade launcher. You get that from the Duality raid. I don't remember the name of the grenade launcher at current, but you get it from the Duality raid. Um, dungeon, sorry, Duality dungeon. Vorpal, Frenzy. These are basically equivalent. The real difference is that Frenzy takes a while to proc. It gives you other buffs, and Vorpal is always active, but only gives you damage. Swashbuckler, Adrenaline Junkie. These things are really good for burst damage. You get a kill with a melee, or you get a kill with a grenade, and then you swap to this, or you already have it out, and then you shoot something. Lots of damage. 33% damage increase for about 4 seconds. Um, it's really nice if you pair it with something like Envious Assassin, then you can have a big damage increase for a short period of time with like 2, 3, maybe even 4 uh, grenades at one time. That's why Envious Assassin is so fucking good. Alright, so let's go over the frames. Lightweight frames, 90 RPM, have great for utility. Really good for utility because their ammo economy is stupid. It's stupid good. Can be used for boss damage, DPS swaps, or room-wide CC. Room-wide CC comes from disorient grenades. If you pair spike grenades with a damage bump and either Envious Assassin, auto-loading holster, or a demo, you can use it for burst damage and or boss damage. Both of those things kind of apply the same way. It kind of depends on how you want to use it. Slow to fire without reload perks, and other perk help. Yeah, grenade launchers just really need perk help, just in general, to be honest. So I was really struggling to find a negative with this. I think the real negative is just that it's an acquired taste. Not everybody's going to be into grenade launchers, but they are very good. We're gonna skip the second one. I'm gonna come back to it. Wave frame. Uh, 72 RPM. Ad clear monster. These things out of the box are great at ad clear at every level of the game. There's not a level of the game where these don't do great ad clear. You are killing things up to like 10 below your light level, I think, 10 to 15 below your light level with one shot. And again, if there's any group of enemies that's killing every red bar there. Um, and then in content that's harder than that, it's just 2 shots, which still is ridiculous, and very quick. Yeah, it's very easy to shoot into a crowd. Yeah, you literally just shoot it on the ground and it just kind of does the thing. Slow fire rate due to reloading after every shot. Yep, that's every grenade launcher, so nothing new here. And not good at boss burst damage. This is correct. If you're using a wave frame, it is an ad clear weapon. There's no way you're gonna force it into being a boss damage weapon. I've thought about it. I've tried it. I've figured, fucked around with some stuff. They put some perks on there that might make you think that it would be good at that, but I haven't seen it happen yet. If you made me Theorycraft, I think the only way you could really do that is if you gave it Envious Assassin and you also gave it like Bait and Switch or something like that. Which I think the raid one that gets chain reaction can do, and nobody uses that, so I still think that might not be like the move. Anyways, Double Fire. Now this one's unique. It comes from the Spire dungeon from last year, from Witch Queen. Um, Fires 3 grenades at once? Dude, am I stupid? It fires 2 grenades at once. Um, 2 grenades at once. I also recently figured out that it's basically a 30% higher damage than lightweights. Um, and if you recall, surge mods can get you up to like a 23% increase, 22. and then times 4 surge increase from exotic armor pieces is like 25, 27. So this is just better than having the appropriate element. Like you really don't even have to have the right element to do more damage than other grenade launchers. So if your goal is to use it as a swap, I'm gonna shoot at the boss and then use something else grenade launcher. Wilder Flight, it is the only one that you can get that's double fire right now, is the answer. And that's naked, just out of the box. Doesn't need a like anything else. And that thing can get Vorpal, I think. So really freaking good. That would be 45% extra damage to a boss, full stop. It's just more damage no matter what. This was a longer one, but that was probably because I was showing some other things, and grenade launchers are kind of intricate, so I wanted to make sure I showed off all of the different things that they can do. Um, the only real, I guess, issue here, again with grenade launchers, the only real thing that would make you say, I don't know, is just getting used to using them. But I'm telling you, dude, grenade launchers are really good. Like really, really good. Um, but yeah, next episode, I don't know when, but you'll know if you've been watching. Later.